Hi, I'm Brett from the New Wheel in San Francisco. We are an electric bike specialty shop, and today I'm with the Kalkhoff Integrale, a brand new bike from Kalkhoff. This bike brings together a large capacity battery, a Shimano Alpine 11-speed internally geared hub, and a Gates carbon belt drive to make one of the best commuter speed bikes on the market. Like all Kalkhoffs, the Integrale is really designed for comfort and stability. And the heart of that is the new die-cast frame construction. So the whole down tube is one component, including the motor mounting shell. And that adds to the stability of the ride, but it also makes it corner really well and feel really solid on the road. And with the Integrale, not only is the motor even more integrated than ever before, but the battery is integrated in the frame, which is a first for Kalkhoff. The component spec on all the Integrale bikes is really top end. The transmission is internally geared. The S11 uses an Alpine 11-speed hub. The internally geared hub is a little bit unique to Americans. We're more used to external derailleurs. The beauty of an internally geared hub is it's very low maintenance. You can shift at any time, even at a stop. So you can accelerate much quicker from a standstill. And you can shift without having to worry about the chain or anything popping off. The Gates drive is unique because it does not require maintenance in the same way as a chain does, no lubrication. It doesn't wear out at the same rate as a chain does because it's using carbon fibers to hold the whole system together. And for a mid-drive, all those things are really important because there's a lot more power running through the transmission. This motor system is an improvement on the Impulse 2.0 system. You have a little bit more torque, so a little bit better climbing assistance, and the top level of assist, called Ultra Mode, is even more powerful than before. And it goes up to 28 miles per hour. Mileage is going to be, depending on how fast you go, between 30 and 60 miles to a charge. If you ever have trouble climbing a hill, you're probably not in a low enough gear. So you shift to a low enough gear and you can spin up anything. And when I say anything, I mean absolutely any hill in San Francisco you can climb with this bike. The new console is a lot cleaner display. It's a lot more legible than before, and there's more customization that's possible. So there's a new iPhone and Android app that you can download onto your device, and that app communicates with the console and sends turn-by-turn navigation directions, so that instead of having to pull out your phone constantly and see where you are when you're on a long tour or just commuting and trying to find a new place, you get directions right on your screen. In the name of comfort, the Integrale has a brand new suspension front fork. It's an air suspension fork that you can tune to your preference. So if you want something a little bit more plush or a little bit more rigid, you can dial it in. It has a lockout on the suspension as well. So if you don't want any suspension at all and want a more rigid ride, you can make that happen. And it uses a through axle, which is becoming a more and more common standard, especially on high performance bikes. And it lends much more stability and better safety with high-powered brakes. One of the most important details, especially on a bike that goes as fast as the Integrales do, is the lighting system. So on the S11, you have an integrated rear light with a brake sensor. So every time you hit the front and rear brakes, your rear light turns on. And then the front light is a dual beam Bush & Mueller front light. So really wide, bright headlight, one of the brightest we have on any of our electric bikes. The Integrale line is especially a good choice for larger riders. We have frame sizes available up to 60 centimeters. So for riders, 6'6", 6'8", this is a fantastic bike. The Integrale is not great for a rider that's under 5'6". And so if you're a little shorter, you would be probably better fit for something like the Kalkhoff Include, which is a step-through bike. Who is this bike good for? Like all Kalkhoff bikes, the Integrale is extremely comfortable. It really lends itself well to cruising around the city. And so if you like the idea of being really comfortable on a bike, but also having a little bit more performance and sporty options, the Integrale is a perfect machine. It's also perfect for someone who is doing a little bit longer commute, where the maintenance intervals are going to be important. You might not want to come in quite as often because you're putting on so many miles per day and per week. I'd encourage you to come in. You can go out on a test ride. We've got some of the steepest hills in San Francisco here. We'll go out with you just to show you how the bike works, and you can see how cool this new Kalkhoff bike really is.